Welcome back to another episode of E-Weekly, your home for campus news. This week we'll be covering new Board of Regents members, updates on the death of Christopher Marsh, and more. Alexis Barron has the dish, Gabrielle Reed has Eagle Encounters, and we have you in mind. This is E-Weekly.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to E-Weekly, the only place to get the scoop on the swoop. I'm Sarah Poderacki.
And I'm Nina Maria Badalamenti. Thanks for joining. So it's homecoming week.
Yes, I've been seeing a few of the events around campus. Have you had a chance to get out to anything?
Not yet, but I did get a donut on Monday. It was great. And I heard the band play, so I guess that's an event. It was super awesome. I heard they're like giving out shirts and stuff too.
Oh my goodness. Free things. We love it here.
All right, we've got a lot to talk about. So, Sarah, are we ready to do a story?
Yes.
Okay. Last week, we talked about the show.
Oh my gosh, Tech Week. Very glad Tech Week is over. Pretty much everyone in the theater department, for anyone who doesn't know about the arts, theater departments explode for Tech Week, and then they come back together on Monday, and everyone is sleepy.
So you're a part of the show?
Sort of. I work in the department.
Oh, yeah, so you know.
So I'm just sitting there watching everyone. But yes.
Well, that's super exciting.
For the news.
Take it away, Sarah.
For 17 EMU students, the summer break was even more of a vacation than usual. This group, comprised mostly of students from EMU's Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages program, spent the summer in Montenegro. Together they co-taught 7 groups of Montenegrin students who are primarily bilingual, in Montenegrin and Albanian. This trip was not only a chance to learn, but was also important for EMU students who came to notice what it felt like to be in a place where they were not understood by the locals. Outside of working hard in the classroom, students took sightseeing trips and learned about Montenegrin culture and history, in addition to experiencing the environment firsthand. Many of the students from the trip later reported thinking of more ways to do teaching abroad in the future. If you are interested in the same experience, the summer 2019 Montenegro trip is accepting applications. Study abroad programs can be an amazing way to learn, and those interested should check out the Office of Study Abroad website at emich.edu/study-abroad.
Governor Rick Snyder has recently appointed a new board member to Eastern Michigan University's Board of Regents. Richard Baird is Eastern's newest appointed board member. He is a senior advisor and transformation manager for Governor Snyder and is treasurer for the Michigan Education Excellence Foundation. He also serves on the board for American Center for Mobility. He has a bachelor's degree from Albion College for History, Religion, and Economics, and has an honorary doctorates from Albion and Eastern. In addition to Baird being appointed to the board, Michael Hawks is being reappointed. Hawks was first appointed in 2011. His 8-year term will expire at the end of this year, and he will be reappointed for another term. Hawks has strong roots in Ypsilanti. He went to Ypsilanti High School and earned a bachelor's degree of business management at Eastern. He has previously served as a legislative analyst for the Communications Office of the Michigan House of Representatives and as Chief of Staff for the Michigan Speaker of the House. Baird and Hawks will begin their term at the start of the next year.
President Smith addressed the rankings of several programs at Eastern back in his State of the University address, but new rankings keep popping up. This time around, it is EMU's Paralegal Studies major earning the 12th spot on Paralegal411.org's rankings of the nation's top programs. The Paralegal Studies program is designed to prepare students for work as paralegals. Paralegals cannot practice law, but they work directly with lawyers and other law-related companies to perform specifically delegated substantive legal work. Students in this program can expect to take either online classes or hybrid classes, which are 50% online and 50% in person. Eastern's own Paralegal Studies major is the only program in the United States which features an attorney-supervised legal clinic for its students. This clinic gives students a chance to work inside courthouses, helping with civil court forms and court procedures. With such a unique feature, it is no wonder that we are among the top.
Eastern's LGBT group, Queer Unity for Students, or QUEST, held its 6th annual speed friending event On October 13th, LGBT students gathered in the Student Center ballroom, where they were able to sit down and talk one-on-one with each other for 2 minutes each. The goal of this event was to help members of the LGBT community on campus get acquainted with other students in their community, as well as help them be more active in their community. It is especially aimed towards students who might be coming from a more rural or small town where they haven't had a chance to meet many people in part of their community. Quest is a student organization that focuses on uniting LGBT students and their allies to make a positive impact on campus. They meet once a week on Thursdays at 7 in the Student Center. Quest has hosted other events like this throughout the month in celebration of Outtober. The next and final event is the End of the Rainbow Dance on October 30th.
Up ahead, we have Alexis with the dish and Shaler with the field report for the week. We're going to take a quick break, so don't go anywhere.
In this day and age of compromised accounts and data breaches, having a strong password is not enough to keep you and your personal information safe. Someone who steals your password could gain access to all your data with nothing to stop them. The Eagle Security Package offers Duo, a tool that provides an additional layer of security to your online accounts through two-factor authentication. This means Duo not only uses something you know, your password, but also something you have access to, such as your mobile device. Duo's two-factor authentication gives you the power to keep your data safe, even if your password is lost. Once Duo is set up, you can access protected sites with your login credentials like you normally would, but it will now be preceded by a message sent to your mobile device prompting you to accept or deny the login. If it's you who logged in, hit the green button to accept it, but if it's not you, hit the red button to deny it. By doing so, this extra step will take a forefront stance at protecting your online accounts from being compromised or breached, and you'll know right away if an attempt was made. For more information about Duo, please visit tiny.emich.edu/Duo.
Welcome back. Nina has a story for us first, and then Alexis will have the dish. Nina, take it away.
5 men appeared in court to face murder charges for the killing of former EMU student Christopher Marsh Jr. The 5 18-year-olds stood before District Judge Elizabeth Hines on October 16th. They met with their attorneys and agreed with the prosecutor to adjourn future hearings to November 6th. 2 of the defendants are charged with felony murder, armed robbery, assault with intent to rob while armed, carrying a concealed weapon, felonious assault, and 3 counts each of felony firearms. The other 3 are charged with felony murder and armed robbery. Felony murders carry a mandatory life sentence in prison without parole. A preliminary examination has been scheduled for November 13th, but will likely be moved. Until then, all 5 men are being held at the Washtenaw County Jail without bond. Marsh was shot on April 28th of this year and died shortly after arriving at the hospital. He was an EMU student studying electronic media and film studies and was a member of the former wrestling team. And now let's hand it over to Alexis with the dish.
Hello and happy Wednesday, EMU. I'm your host, Alexis Barrett. Welcome to The Dish. Today, I would like to spotlight a very talented and inspiring individual, Eastern alumni Jermaine Curtis Dickerson, who is empowering the youth in our community by showing them the power of expression through art using nerd culture. Jermaine Dickerson began his journey at EMU in 2009 as an art major with a minor in dance. During his time here, he was heavily involved with the campus community, completing graphic design projects while working for the Office of Academic Service Learning, and also while being involved with Engage EMU. He then graduated from EMU in 2014 with a BFA in graphic design. After being commissioned by the city of Ypsilanti to paint an exquisite mural for City Hall in 2016, Dickerson took his experiences and skills he developed during his time here at Eastern and used them to find the hero within himself and begin the development of his organization called Hero Nation. Hero Nation is a nonprofit organization that inspires the youth through the power of comic books, video games, and creativity. Hero Nation's mission statement says that they help everyone discover the hero within through events and programs based in nerd culture that foster empowering, creative, and educational experiences for underrepresented and marginalized communities, including people of color, LGBTQ people, people with disabilities, women, and people with low socioeconomic status. Once they've discovered the hero within themselves, they can use their newfound powers to navigate through toxic situations that they may not have had the courage to beforehand. They also offer a free comic book library online and in an effort to promote youth literacy through their Reading Champions program. All of us here at eWeekly would like to congratulate you on your success with Hero Nation, Jermaine, and we are very excited to see what the future has in store for you and this amazing program. Up next is Shaylor with the field report on the meeting for Black Excellence. After the break, Dave has the update on sports. That's all from me on The Dish, and I'll see you next week. Take it away, Shaylor.
Hi, thank you for joining us on Eastern Weekly. I'm Shaylor Richmond Barnes Jr., and we're here celebrating Black Excellence. Hosted by Black Student Union, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and the Black Graduate Student Association. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to tell you a little bit more about celebrating Black Excellence. Good afternoon. We're here on Eastern Weekly at the Black Excellence Celebration, a mixer and panel, and we're here with panelist Dr. Rima Reynolds. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. It's good to see you. Good to see you.
It's good to be seen. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So, how do you feel about being selected to be on this panel tonight?
You know, I always feel really honored that anyone wants to hear anything that anybody wants to say, but certainly for me. So I appreciate being able to speak to young folks about what excellence looks like. I think it's important that we're always thinking about the next step and how to be better. Someone asked me, is my favorite word better? And I hadn't thought about it, but I think so. I like better.
Yes,
so
yes.
Excellence is about being better, and I'm glad to speak to it.
Okay, and how do you plan to make the students that come to this better? And not only the students that come, but the people here watching?
Well, you know, part of my biggest thrust is love, right? And so thinking about how to better love yourself, but then also how to better love other people is part of excellence, right? I just really feel like you limp through life if you don't have the self-confidence and the self-efficacy and the love, the real Black love that we're going to talk about here in order to do your best work. I mean, I feel like if I can impart that message, that we begin with a love that is for self first and then a collective love, we all win. And especially in these times that we're in where a big, huge election is coming up and it means a lot, that we're thinking about how we can rise as a whole, right? And not this divisiveness that we've been seeing. So that all begins with love. So that's going to be my big, huge message tonight is first love yourself and then let's love one another.
All right. You heard it here first. Love is the answer. And make sure you get out and vote. All right, I'm here again with two more panelists. We have Dar Mayweather to my right and David Turner to my left. And I want to talk to them about what the importance is of this event.
I think it's really important for us to be talking about Black excellence in the time where homecoming is happening because we got so many people who are alumni who we cherish and we want them to see us as excellent people, and we got to show that we're teaching our students that as well.
Yeah, Dar put it very well, and I'll just add on a bit. You know, in terms of excellence, most by demonstration is how many individuals learn. So if we can provide an example, shine an example for individuals to understand what excellence looks like in manifestation, it allows for people to perceive, learn, and bring it in a little differently than it would if they got it in a classroom or if they read it somewhere else. This is real life. Graduates like myself, like Dar, coming and sharing our expertise, our experience, our knowledge, hopefully is impactful for individuals.
Great. So we're here to make an impact. That's celebrating Black excellence.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Welcome back to eWeekly. I'm David Pierce Anderson with the latest in Eagle sports. The Eastern Michigan football team traveled to Muncie, Indiana for some action this Saturday as they went to Ball State to face the Cardinals. In this matchup, they finally beat the Cardinals on their home turf, but it wasn't for We're going to start over on that one. We're having some technical difficulties. But the Eastern Michigan football team traveled to Muncie, Indiana for some action this Saturday. They went head-to-head with the Ball State Cardinals. EMU won what turned out to be a close matchup last week, but this week they dominated from start to finish. Mike Glass III did not start in this game after leaving the first half with a leg injury last week around. But Tyler Wiegers was not going to back down to this matchup against the Cardinals. He had no issue filling in the shoes. Wiegers threw for 22 completions and 3 touchdowns on 257 yards in the air. His 78.6 completion percentage is the second highest in EMU's single game history. Wiegers connected with both Line Latu and Isaac Holder for 41-yard touchdown completions, sprinkling in a 17-yarder to Arthur Jackson III. To put the finishing touches on a nice afternoon, Wiegers ran for a 1-yard touchdown to end the first half. All in all, the Eagles won the game, and they trounced the Cardinals 42-20, as this marks EMU's second consecutive 40-point outing in Muncie. The Eagles are looking back on track, as they improved to 4-4 and 2-3 on the season. This Saturday is EMU's 98th homecoming, so be sure to stop by Rynearson. Game time is a noon start as the Eagles go to war with Army at Rynearson Stadium. The place will be rocking, so get there early, stay hydrated, and stay warm. The EMU volleyball team traveled to Buffalo and Akron over the weekend and had some hard-fought matches over this road trip. EMU took on Buffalo on Friday and couldn't edge past the Bulls in one of the more back-and-forth competitive matches of the season. EMU won the first set in 30-28, and then Buffalo took control the rest of the way as they narrowly escaped with 25-23, 31-29, and 25-22 victories. Jordan Smith highlighted EMU's performance as she collected 17 kills, 9 digs, and 3 total blocks on the evening. Riley Taylor also had a strong game as she had 29 assists. The Eagles didn't like the way that loss felt and had no plans to continue it as they went into Saturday evening, and they trounced the Zips at Rhodes Arena in Akron. A 3-game sweep topped the Akron Zips with a total score of 75-49 in the 3-set sweep. This match was all about Cassie Hout as she led the way with 13 kills, 4 blocks, and 3 aces. To add to this impressive performance, Hout also set a personal single-game record with an .812 hitting percentage. EMU, now 14-10, will head back to the Convocation Center to go battle against in-state rival Central Michigan this Thursday at 6 p.m. Catch the game on ESPN+. We finally have some basketball news. Good things are coming if they're in the news. And the outlook is looking bright for the Eagles this year as Elijah Minnie and James Thompson both received preseason recognition. Minnie was named to the Julius Erving preseason watch list for 2019. This list is compiled of the top 20 small forwards to keep an eye on in the NCAA. Minnie is back at EMU for his second year after leading the Eagles in points with 16.8 per game to go along with 6 rebounds a game and just under 2 blocks and steals per game. Thompson received similar honors as he was recognized on the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar preseason watch list for top centers in the NCAA. Thompson is one of 3 EMU players to have tallied 1,000 career points and rebounds as he looks to add to his total in his senior year. 5 finalists will be presented to Dr. J and Kareem in March. The winners at each position will be presented at the College Basketball Awards in California on April 12th of 2019. Also in EMU basketball news, former EMU guard Tim Bond signed a contract with the Delaware Bluecoats earlier this month. The Bluecoats are the G League affiliate for the Philadelphia 76ers. Bond graduated with over 1,000 points, EMU's single-season record for steals, and the all-time record for steals at EMU. Congratulations, Tim Bond. The EMU soccer team was unable to come out on top against Ball State on Senior Day this Sunday at Cicluna Field. The Eagles and Cardinals fought a tight battle that remained scoreless through 50 minutes Sunday afternoon. The Eagles were able to get a shot off in the final seconds of the match. However, it sailed high to push the Eagles' record to 8-10 overall. The Eagles recognized their 2018 seniors, Kaylin Williams, Michaela Cupp, Mia Calavito, and Mackenzie Etienne at halftime for the Senior Day recognition. The final regular season of the game for EMU will occur Thursday afternoon at Cicluna Field against Central Michigan for a 3 o'clock start. Come out and support the soccer team as their postseason hopes rest on this final matchup. Up next, we have Shaler Barnes with another field report on the Pumpkin Fest that took place this past Monday. Then after the break, we have Gabrielle Reed with Eagle Encounters, and we'll say goodbye after that. That's all for sports news. I'm David Pierce Anderson. I'll see you next week.
Hey,
Hi everyone, it's Shayla Richmond Barnes Jr. and you're watching Eastern Weekly, and this is the first day of homecoming week. And we're here doing some pumpkin carving. All right, we're here with Xavier and Khadijah. What brought y'all out today?
It's just a pumpkin harvest, man. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and cool. So, yeah, we just decided to come out.
And it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, today's my birthday. I'm 21, I'm old enough to vote.
Make sure y'all vote, for sure. All right, we're back. And we have Gabby Miller here. She's with the Student Center Marketing, and she helped put on this event today.
Hello.
So what made you put on this event?
So this is our 4th annual pumpkin carving for the Student Center, and it's just a great time to let people, get in the fall mood, relax, be creative.
Dope. And is this the turnout that you expected? Has more people been coming throughout the day?
Yeah, this is a great turnout. It's a part of homecoming week this year, so of course we've gotten a lot of traffic, but it always get a lot of people come out.
Dope. All right, have a good time.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, we're back with Erin Thompson, the president of RHA, and she's gonna tell us what she's looking for when she's judging pumpkins today.
So there's 4 categories. There's overall best pumpkin, there's scariest pumpkin, most EMU pumpkin, and the most creative concept of a pumpkin carving. So we're looking for some of the best, just most creative stuff too, and we're really excited.
Hi, my name is Shanna Gilkison, and ETV has been a very important part of my life, especially for the last 4 years.
I got my start at ETV in my 3rd semester at Eastern from fellow students, and it's been a great experience.
Working with all these new people that I didn't know before, it's very awesome just seeing how willing people are to get together and create something from scratch.
Hi, I'm Shanna Gilkison for Eastern Weekly, and this is E-Walking.
I will also be hosting and producing a sort of like a late night style talk show.
Everyone that's here wants to be here. They care to be here. They want to work. They want to learn. And with that kind of environment, everybody benefits.
I tell you, I've been doing really well, very successful here at Eastern, but it wasn't until I really became part of the ETV club that I really felt like I was getting more of what I needed as a student.
We decided that we wanted to do things above and beyond our coursework. So I was part of founding the ETV Student Org.
It just so happened that Shanna was in one of my classes, and she told me to come, and I showed up, and it was very very warm welcome. Everybody was very nice to me right away, and they actually had an idea to make a sitcom, or actually they called it a soap opera at that time, and they said they had they weren't sure exactly what they wanted, but they wanted one thing. They knew that they wanted this guy, his name is Ramon, to be their main character. I mean, that was kind of how the show Week at a Glance kind of took off.
Beyond Eastern's walls, when I'm done here, I'll probably be working with some people from ETV, again, professionally. And I think a lot of students don't take advantage of what they should with organizations on campus, and ETV is one of the best.
Hello, Eagles. Welcome back to another amazing segment of Eagle Encounters. Excuse me. There is so much to encounter this weekend, so let's get into the news. On October, Friday, the 24th, Eastern students will be able to have an opportunity to participate in the Ypsi Glow. Stationed in downtown Ypsilanti, all of the buildings and streets will be will glow bright with art and community creations from 7 to 10 p.m. There will also be DJs and good music. For more information, contact the Glow staff at wonderfulproductions@gmail.com. I hope you go and get your glow on. Moving into our homecoming weekend, the university will be hosting our annual pep rally in the Lake House from 10 to 8:45. Come on out and show your Eagle pride. You will also be in for a treat because the homecoming court finalists will be revealed at the end of the rally. Right after the pep rally, there will be a Friday night movie hosted in the Bowen Field House. There will be one showing of Down a Dark Hall at 9 p.m., so make sure you're there. The event is free and LBC approved. Contact Carolyn Horst for more information. Looking to our weather for this weekend, you can bet on a lot of cloudiness and fall temperatures. Friday will be 45 degrees, Saturday a little bit warmer with a temperature of 53. On Sunday, there will be another 49-degree day. And that's all for Eagle Encounters. Thank you for watching. I'm Gabrielle Reed. See you next week.
Thanks, Gabrielle. So me and Sarah were just talking about that we both have our absentee ballots that we have to fill out.
Yes, mine's for Wisconsin. I don't know if yours requires the same thing, but I have to have a witness.
Really?
So I had to sit with my roommate and he had to be like, you're doing it right.
That's so weird. Actually, I think ours says you're not supposed to do it with anybody.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is weird how that varies.
Read your directions.
Yes.
Make sure you're reading them.
Be legal. So yeah, guys, don't forget to get out there and vote. It's important.
Yes.
Absolutely. So be sure to follow us on social media at ETV at EMU. You can watch all of our shows there on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter whenever you want. That's it from us. I'm Nina Maria Badalamenti.
And I'm Sarah Potteracki. We'll see you next week.